mesh that we've been talking about, the two trades, which is this HUBG. We're buying through 47. This is a name I'm still in. The main thing with this and the next trade, we're just kind of giving them like a couple days to kind of set up and like not getting shaken out of the trade, where a lot of times like we'll get stopped out and then we'll have, a couple days later we're buying like the same level back. So this was kind of a name where I bought 47. That one day had like a pretty down day. I think it was like Wednesday, where it dropped like $2. And I'm like, I know I have to just give this name like a day or two to kind of push out and shake everyone out. And it held, and now it's right back, above that entry. So now it's just, it shook everyone out and just kind of giving itself like the time it needs. And same with this PFPT, same thing. We're buying that breakout through 130. But we're just, coming to this realization these breakouts aren't really the move right now, where it's, we got to focus on trying to pick up stock, a little bit off support. And these are two clues where I didn't lose money in either. I'm still in both of them. But that was kind of like that red flashing alert. Like, okay, these trades really aren't working as well. These breakouts that, you got to go back to the drawing board and find some better names off support. And like for right now, there's two names. This DRI, we were trading this up in the high 120s earlier this year, but now down here, like above 117, I can buy some and risk like $2 and get it off support versus trying to buy, that breakout of 124 and be perfect with it. So that's something where I'm trying to find the setups like this, and also like this INCY, same thing. It's down near support, 72 versus 76. I'd much rather be buying up through 76 versus 72 than trying to buy, the 85 or like 87 breakout. So that was kind of the overall lesson from
right.
this.
No, I couldn't agree more. That was a great recap. And I think, the overall theme is right now is to be very picky and very selective. We're seeing new guys come in. I mean, at least I'm seeing on my end, people I'm talking to privately, where it's like they just keep trying these breakout setups over and over and over again, not making any adjustments, and they're just getting madder and more frustrated and just not making the proper adjustment. It's like, well, that's not working. You got to look at the trades you're taking and, the market environment you're in. And if it's not working, you got to make adjustments. Maybe you look for the support buys instead of breakouts. Everything you just said. So I like that little recap. So all right, I'm going to jump in. I'll take the screen over above my. All right, so good trade, bad trade. I was pretty active last week, so I got a good amount to talk about. So we came into last Monday with the market looking like this, and then we had a pretty quiet window dressing last day of the quarter, and that's when things really got interesting. So at this point, we see this big area, this 295, 296 area, 294, 295, and then we're failing this like 298 area. So we're in this mini tight little range here. Above this 298 area, you probably get a pop. Below it, you probably get a flush. Keeping it most simply. So I had shorts and longs on the mind, and then we saw a drastic down day where we pushed that 298 upwards, and then we flushed really hard on a bad ISM manufacturing number. So something I did well that day. There's PCTY. It was I had this looking at this one short coming into the week. Just one of these names, one of these software names, been on a crazy run. Now it's starting to look a bit toppy. So I'm looking at this support area right here, and I love this inside day right here. You can't. That's like it looks like a great entry to me. Below this area, so 15-minute. Where we at? So you see the trend line. It goes right off the open, and I let it go without me. It was trading very thinly, and then I shorted it when I get another opportunity later. I cover some, into some weakness, but this never really broke down on me. More of a cash flow trade, and that day as well. I was shorting this AVGO. Here's the daily, and it's tough. There's no moving averages, but it's trading under its moving averages. Very weak name. So it's got, this huge trend line support right here. So I'm thinking, it gaps down, makes a market below. All the moving averages are clustered right here. I'll show you on the daily right here. All right, so here's the daily chart. With all the moving averages. You can see all the moving averages clustered above, acting as resistance. So I'm looking at a short below this area. And that's what I did the following day. And here's what I did well in this trade. I shorted off the open, and my stop was high of days. I didn't really get that huge drastic weakness, so not enough for me to cover. It rallies a bit, but holds high of day. It gives me another shorting opportunity, and I short there, and I cover that more quickly. But that was really it for the trade. Never really gave me that feisty breakdown. As you can see, it broke up. And let's talk. And now here's my mistake for the week. So let's go back to the SPY daily chart, and those shorts are after these two days. So now I'm looking at this trend line support right here, and I'm thinking after 2 drastic days down, it's much more likely we get a pop in the market, and it's more of a buying day because it's really difficult to short on a third dramatic day down. You're very late to the trade, and if things were weak, they likely already broke down. So, I'm not looking to short after this. I feel like that's a rookie move. So I'm looking to get long, but I'm still keeping open-minded because it's a very headline-driven news market, all that. So it's BZUN. I was shorting the hell out of all week. Let's look at the daily chart. All right, so it's got this massive trend line support right here. That's what I'm looking at. And the other name, that's another e-commerce Chinese name, was this Baba. And this one looked so good, and then news started coming out, and it started getting absolutely smoked. Shouts out to Adam Rav, he nailed this name. So I'm thinking BZUN, another Chinese e-commerce name, bear flagging at a major support level. I want to get short this name if it breaks this. So I'm working into a position all week. And then here's the major mistake I make. Okay? So after that second day down, I'm still a little bit, who knows what's going to happen in the market. Let's go back to the SPY. Let's go back to the daily chart. So this is after these 2 days. All right? Let's go intraday. So I'm thinking, and after these 2 days, I'm liking this coupe long. I really like this coupe long, as it was. So this is after the two horrible down days. This stock looks so good. It's holding the support line, holding this 100-day simple moving averages, tight little inside day. Buyers are ever present. So this is what we're looking to get long, and I was looking to get short this BZUN if the market wanted to be dramatic. So what's the market do? It capitulation low. It fakes the shit out of me. So Tuesday we sell off on an ISM manufacturing number this day, and then Wednesday. No, this is Thursday. Excuse me. Here was that trend line I was pointing to before, that the market I was looking at. So then here's the following day. An ISM non-manufacturing number comes out, and it causes a huge flush in the market right away. So, I'm thinking very short term, and I get super short this BZUN. This is when I go from like 700, 800 shares to 5,000 shares. When I see that downward market action, confirming my thesis, or at the time, what I was thinking to confirm my thesis, that was the time for me to hit it. But I was biased in this position. I was thinking short. I was thinking about the Alibaba chart, how it broke down. My problem was I saw buyers in this name, and you could see the big prints. You could see the big prints throughout the day on the 5-minute chart. So I'm seeing these buyers, but I'm not seeing the stock move anywhere. And thin name like this, when the buyers, when you see these huge orders come in, usually you're going to see the stock move in some way. So my thinking is there are some sneaky sellers in this name because they don't want to show their position, but they're just swallowing up these buys, these huge bids. So when I see these and then I see them fall, when I see them not continue to be there, I start really getting short. It pops, we sink, I get short. And then the market reverses on the capitulation low. And I got shaken out of this coupe. I bought some off the open, and here's my crazy big mistake, is not looking to buy it back. This is all the while, this is when SPY is doing this move. This is the low right here. I'm hitting more short because I'm biased to my position. And now I have a long I'm looking at this coupe. And I get quickly shaken out, but I don't look to buy it back. And I'm looking at that 135 area. I would have bought some against this 132, whatever it was. And I missed out on a 20-point move. I missed out on a huge, what is going on? Look at this. 135, stop 132. It ran all the way to almost 155, So that was my major mistake of the week. was keeping my bias in that BZUN and getting super, super short and then not reacting quickly enough when the market was telling me I was wrong and that it was the bottom. Because I was thinking that going in, but I didn't act on it because I had that bias. And then today, I just traded this win short. I did really well with it. Quicker trade. Let's see, I got my executions up. So this win. I've been watching this one. It's got this little bear flag right here. Weak ass name. Can't bounce with the market Thursday and Friday. Market is absolutely raging. This can't bounce. So I'm thinking this one's short off the open. I'm going to hit it off the open. I'm going to look to cover decently quickly. And that's what I did, as you can see. Market opens 931. I hit 1,000 short, 107.43. And then Friday's low is at 107.20. So I just had a sell stop there for that. So this first 107.43, I'm giving to this 109 area. I saw some resistance there Friday. And then once I get this trade to trigger through 107.15, I'm moving that stop to high of day. So my average price is 107.28. My stop 107.86, not even 60 cents. And I'm covering all these for over $2. I made $4,200 in the trade. It was about 5, 10, 15 minutes. And people will misconstrue that this trade. I made $4,200 in 15 minutes. No, I didn't. I was working Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday watching this name. I don't have the confidence to hit this short and cover it wherever I do if I don't watch it and get the information necessary out of these days. So that's the part of trading that you don't really hear about, where I only am confident enough to do this, to hit 2,000 shares short on 60 cents risk in a $100 name because I've been watching it the past week. So I know that if this 107 level breaks, it's going to break hard. Probably a ton of stops clustered there. So boom, all the stops trigger and I cover into it. And look, I'm not even that right in the trade. Fundamentally, it's trade. I have 100 shares left and it's trading, 20 cents below my price, and it's all come back. But I booked that 4,200. So that to me, this falls in my time frame. That's money. That's how you trade this current particular market where we're getting so many different news blasts every day. So yeah, that's what I've really been up to these past 6-7 days. Just give it a bebop boo, and all right, we're back. All right.